it may be a little bit too cold for a dip in the pool or a trip to the river, but these otters beg to differ. I'm here with Haley Bragg, keeper of mammals here at the Caldwell Zoo, to learn a little bit more how these otters brave the waves. How do these otters not get cold when they are swimming in really cold water?
Yeah, so they actually have a double layer of fur that helps trap air in. So when you watch the otters dive, you'll see bubbles come up. That's actually air being released from their fur. So that's what helps keep them warm, is that air trapped in.
So what do the otters eat?
So here at the Caldwell Zoo, we have a mixture of a meat diet and then fish. So obviously they're fish eaters. We feed them a lot of fish, but they also, for fun, get crawfish sometimes and then live perch.
You put a live fish in there and they get to catch.
Yes, it helps with those natural hunting and foraging behaviors that they would exhibit in the wild. So they actually have to swim and chase their prey item.
What are some of the other things that you do to help keep their brain active?
Yeah, so otters are very intelligent, so we do have to enrich them multiple times a week to keep them both physically and mentally stimulated. So we put a lot of items into the water that they have to dive down and bring up, and also we hide their fish in certain objects that they have to dig it out of and forage and hunt for it.
What type of otters are these?
These are North American river otters, so they're found throughout the U.S. and Canada.
Okay, what is your favorite part about being an otter keeper?
My favorite part is probably their behavior. So I love otter behavior. They are known to be very playful animals. They're very smart, they're very interactive, really fun to train. So I honestly just enjoy watching them and watching that playful behavior they exhibit.
So I heard that you guys have a very interesting otter here at the Caldwell Zoo. Her name is Pearl, right?
Yeah, we have Pearl here with us. A really cool story. So she was a wild otter. She was found in a pile of wood near the Trinity River, and she was rescued because she was young and she was dehydrated and orphaned. So a local rehabber took her in, rehabilitated her. She was released into Lake Palestine, and the goal was for her to venture off on her own, but she didn't. She came back and traveled about 4.5 miles and crossed 2 major roads to come back. And so because of that, she was deemed unreleasable by the rehabber, and so we ended up with her.
Wow, she really had an unforgettable journey there. So she was found in East Texas. Are otters native to East Texas?
They are native to East Texas. So you'll find them in streams, rivers, ponds, and what's really cool about otters is they're called an indicator species. So if you have an otter in a water source, then that means the water is not very polluted because they won't inhabit very polluted water sources. So that's very cool.
Okay, well, I gotta ask, what is this thing?
We call it a target stick. It's a buoy, and you hold this buoy up to the glass, and we've trained Pearl to orient towards it and touch it with her nose. And then I have a keeper that throws down fish for her that tells her, hey, good job, that's what we wanted you to do. He's right above us, so I'll give him a cue and he'll drop Pearl's fish down. We'll kind of see what that looks like here. You can use any item you want, but we thought it was fun to use a buoy, so I'm gonna hold that up. Good. And so she pressed her nose to the glass where the buoy was, and my keeper up there reinforced her. Now this behavior took a little bit to train. Good, because she had to learn that she came to the glass, she touched this specific object, and she got fish for it. So it took a little bit to train, but once she realized what we wanted, it was quick and easy. And then we can use this target behavior to move her anywhere in the habitat that we need, but also to look at their full body and check for any wounds or injuries or stuff. So it's a really good initial training behavior for any animal.
And what other things do you teach the otters here?
They have an open mouth behavior, so we can look at their teeth and check their teeth out. They also have a paw behavior, so they can give us their paws. We can check their pads and make sure there's no cuts on them. And then an injection behavior, which is really cool. So they're trained to voluntarily present their hip, and so we can give them their vaccinations by hand, and it's not stressful at all for them.
So these are all a lot more for function. You're not teaching them to necessarily roll over or anything, right?
Correct. A lot of the behaviors we train for our animals are for medical purposes, and also fun behaviors too, to get the animals to exhibit natural behaviors they would in the wild, like diving, foraging for their food. So when you throw an enrichment item in, you know, a lot of people think it's just for fun, but it's actually training too. You're training them how to hunt their food.
Do you guys have any other types of otters here?
So we don't have any otters currently, but next year we are getting a new species of otter, giant river otters. They're found in the Amazon, and so we're super excited about that.
Well, if you want to come down to the Caldwell Zoo, eventually you can see those giant river otters, but if you come down now, you can see these guys right here.